Alright, well, as we load in, welcome back, everyone. So I know this is a little bit, late, because I think this DLC came out almost 2 weeks ago now, but, I just unfortunately haven't had time to get around to it until now. But I figured since we've filmed everything else in this game up until this point, at least, like, major story-wise, might as well keep going with it.
Avengers, good. There's someone who wants to talk to you. I believe some of you know Kate Bishop, formerly Hawkeye.
Oh, we've met.
So you're working for S.H.I.E.L.D. now?
It's, complicated.
Where's Clint?
That's complicated too.
Agent Barton was captured by AIM a few years back. There's been very little intel since.
Clint and I were looking into what happened to Director Fury after A-Day. What the hell is that?
Our guest finally agreed to help. Remember what's riding on this.
Easy, Doc. Deal's a deal. I'll do my part.
Clint?
Kate, you need to destroy that place. Now!
Do you know what that thing was?
Well, basically it's a bridge through time. I've done research on the concept before, but until now, nobody's been foolish enough to actually try it.
Okay, and that's the source of these tachyon disruptions?
Whatever she's sending through time is, yes. And if we don't stop them, the storms will eventually tear reality apart.
We're gonna go get Clint out of the wrong timeline, cut Monica off from her future self. That would stop the storms, right?
That's still messing with time. That might work.
No! No! Close the gate!
In the future, we get attacked by a warrior race called the Kree. And an invasion that'll end the world as we know it. Now, Monica, future Monica, is working with Nick Fury to save the Earth. We can, oh no.
Clint? Clint! Bruce!
Get the medics, quickly!
Come on. Stay with me. Stay with me, Clint. Look at me, Barton.
Yeah, I don't know how many people really needed that recap, but I'll leave it in there and just leave a spot for people to skip. Jesus. Oh, we're Kate still, okay.
Clint's harm exercise back online.
I'll get to that later.
Access it now if you want.
Who's this? Hello.
Hey, Kate!
My tinkering brains dancing again? I got 1,000 ideas to turn aimbots into scrap metal. And they're all brilliant.
I thought Bruce told me to go find Tony. I wasn't really paying attention there. I was kind of more paying attention to the fact that it looks like we're flying into
Great.
the end of the world.
Well, I, for one, wish intelligence won arguments with Tony, but...
Okay, then can you Hulk out and punch him?
Give me some time before the next Code Green. Just need to reduce an enormous pile of lab work.
Still dead, huh? Oh, this is where okay, I guess this makes more sense. Am I playing as Old Man Clint? Was that supposed to be a loading screen, maybe?
End of the road, Clint. What a mess. distress signal. This better be you, Fury.
I mean, I guess they would let you play as the old man version of him, considering it's just Hawkeye regardless.
First sign I've had in ages.
Ooh, wait. Okay. So they have me alone, but this feels like it would just be an open world area that I'd be able to explore with other Avengers around. Just sort of whatever-ish. I really wish that they had more levels and things that worked in the way that the main campaign did. Because one of my favorite things this whole game did was that final level where you were Cap running across things, and it's like, it's sort of unfortunate that they can't replicate those, because they made them specifically as like a single player thing. Which I do think is slightly bullshit, because I could imagine ways that you could create a landscape and level like that and have it work for all the characters. But, you know, they'd have to put actual work into that, and well, at least so far, it doesn't seem like that's something they're all that willing to do.
Especially the AC. This is the place. Doesn't look like much. But what does these days?
I'm curious, I haven't seen much on this DLC. I heard that it does some interesting things to kind of help correct some past mistakes, which is good, but I heard it's not fully there yet, just a step in the right direction. But I'm hoping, because at least from what the trailer showed of the Black Panther stuff, it seems like we may finally be getting something worth our time, come like August, maybe. Could have always just walked around, but whatever.
Why is an aimbot broadcasting on an old shield frequency? Doesn't make sense. There's that signal again. Something weird's going on.
Kinda hoping for something a little bit different than just find these weird aimbots. I guess it's a good way to show off the wasteland. Oh, okay, well look at this, looks a little bit different. If we can go down there, I'll have to take that back.
This is one of Pym's hot-wired aimbots. Hey, you awake?
Mr. Barton, you received the distress signal. I've been transmitting for years.
Been a long time, buddy. Whew. Thought we lost you during the invasion.
My AI was spread across multiple resistance units. I am perfectly operation.
Look at that. Perfectly. No fixing him. Wiring's fried.
Alright, maybe I can't go down there. That looks like I'm gonna die if I try. Although this looks like it wants me to jump. No, it says to go back this way, so I'm not going to bother. That's just going to take us to an endlessly long loading screen that we don't want to go through.
Still can't get over this mess.
Kind of wish he used his bow as like his melee weapon. I mean, it's not like I would have expected anything huge difference regardless in gameplay, but him having the sword as well gives like basic gameplay outside of I guess probably his special abilities and stuff. Just feels very similar to Kate.
Maybe hope yet.
I mean, sometimes little animation stuff can just be the difference. Like, yeah, him and Kate can both do the same thing to jump to where they have to go, but at least he uses a grapple arrow. Maybe this way? Yeah, seems like it. It's a big area. Feels like a weird mix of like Utah, the way that the wasteland is. You got some towns, then you got some, what the?
Rogue aimbots carrying out old protocols like metal zombies. Ugh.
Well, hey, we finally got enemies.
Neither are you. Bring it.
Oh no, I know how you guys work. Whoa! Thought I missed that, but that actually went really well. Oh, cool adaptoids too. Hey. I'll take that. God, adaptoids are so much easier to take out in the DLCs than they were in the main game.
Good. Still got a lot on that signal. This way.
Does it want me going? Why are you giving me the red things when I was going this way? See, they were hiding the new stuff from us. This is more promising.
Real close.
Did it want me coming up here? Yeah, it did. I mean, I feel the way I was going also could have worked at that point, though. I don't know why it made me switch everything around this way.
Gotta stay on my toes.
There we go. I'm like, we're gonna have enemies popping up. You can't walk into an area that says don't enter and have things not try and kill you. Wrong button. Okay. That's right, they made leveling up harder now. I forgot that that was a thing they were doing. I had started playing this game again like a few weeks ago, being like, I need to level everyone up. I think I leveled up Thor. I had like 3 others leveled up still, so I think like Tony's like 10 levels away now. Kamala's probably like 15. But it's better than having a bunch of them at 0. Poor Clint, on the other hand, he's gonna have a rough go of it. What I don't understand is them making it harder. That would I would have increased level cap instead. Making it harder to hit max level doesn't really increase replayability. It just adds annoyance. Oh, I see what he is. Is that draining them and hurting them in any way, or no? Ow. That's right, keep hitting him. God, with a special ability like that, you can just give him a Yondu skin. Change his animation so that he's whistling every time he shoots an arrow. That was... So, I mean, I know... Back when the game first came out, a data miner claimed that there was 15 different characters coming out. And, like, gave the names of all of them. Now, I'm not exactly sure if that was ever true, because it was neither, like, confirmed or denied. Most of the characters that have been announced so far to come out are characters that they've, said were coming. But, I mean, it's also, you know, when it comes to Avengers, it can be pretty easy to guess quite a few of them. But rumor had it recently, and I mean, I don't know how true it is. I just saw it in a Google post of people talking about the Black Panther DLC that was supposed to come out this summer, that Rhodey was actually a confirmed character at one point, but that they canceled him. So that leaves me somewhat concerned as to what's going to happen with some of their other characters. Like, again, we never had confirmation that those 15 were ever actually going to be in the game. But nothing necessarily sounds promising when, if you do get confirmation on a character and suddenly you hear, oh, they haven't worked on them because they have no intention of doing it anymore. It can be kind of worrying. Personally, I always thought that what was going to tell whether this game actually passed or failed wasn't the game's initial release, because every game like this that has come out so far, within the first year, it was always considered a failure. Because, for whatever reason, whenever games are like, hey, we're going to release something as a service, they decide, hey, here's all this content that should be in the game. Let's release this over the course of the first 2 years. And it's like, well, why would you not do it right away? Like, if you know all of this should be in the game, maybe that should be the start of the game, and then the cool stuff you think of after should come later. Unfortunately, none of them ever seemed to do that, and this game fell for that trap. But, like, I'm sure many people can think, like, Destiny, even, was a game that when Destiny first came out, many people considered it a failure. And now the player base for Destiny is so damn huge, you would never have guessed. Same thing with, like, No Man's Sky. So it's weird to think that, like, you can't fully consider a video game nowadays a failure within its first 2 years of release. It's like, oh, after the 2-year point, if it's still bad, that's when it failed. Which I think, more than anything, just says stuff about the game industries nowadays.
You ugly bastard. Oh,
Uh-oh.
give me a break.
But it's certainly something I'm intrigued to see how things go for this game beyond it, because really, I mean, when they said they were making it a service, they saved themselves a little bit, because it means that the game could be awful when they first released it, and that there would be people that would still be willing to say it has a chance. Like, I myself don't think it's completely over yet. I think they have some time to fix it. But if they're already canceling DLC characters, they may have already taken themselves out of the game before they even really had that final say in whether it was in the game or not. Still, though, I hold the belief that games should stop doing this. I mean, I think games as a service is not a bad idea. I think many of them work. I think they need to stop using games as a service as an excuse to release unfinished or bad games with the idea of, oh, well, within about a year or two from now, we'll have all the content out that people want. It's like, no, you should... I mean, games aren't a new thing. People have been releasing video games for 20 years, like, at a AAA standard level like this. Maybe even 30 now. And, I mean, there's been games around way longer, like fucking Pong. But it's like, at this point in the game, you know what a $60 to $70 game constitutes in terms of cash. And they did not deliver. Hey, you don't have a shield on you. I just realized that. Well, now he's got something. Fucking fire shields, that's right. Oh. Do you mind? Ooh, good. I was not close enough to him, so all I did was cut his head. Not as good. Now what, I can break it? Damn it, just open the damn door.
What do you know? Hulk was right. Smashing stuff opens all kinds of doors. Glad nobody heard that. I've been spending too much time alone. Signal's getting stronger. There you are. Hang on.
Oop! I'm way too early on that.
Hello, world.
Hey, you have to stay awake this time, okay?
Of course. I have a message for you, Avenger Clint.
To any surviving Avengers, should we lose the fight ahead of us, should everything be lost, then know this. The key to saving our future lies in the past.
One, weird. Two, that's it? A cryptic message?
There's more. He wanted you to enter the cave and see.
No! Wake up! I'm not going back to talking to dirt.
Oh, okay. Every other time he shoots a rope arrow into things. I guess this time he refused. Okay.
Following orders from a damn robot. This is not how I expected this to go.
Wait, is this the anthill? Oh, maybe that's why everything looked like Yuta to me. Because that's where it is. Alright. I understand now. It's allowed.
This looks like Pym's work.
It is.
That's a time bridge.
Correct. It is no longer fully functional, but I can transmit a signal through it. You will need to restore power. Up there.
The key to the future lies in the past. Huh. Smart.
Can I... Oh, up there. Like, I thought he wanted me to go up to the ceiling in, like, that upper area, not here.
There we go. Time to fix you.
Okay, now he wants me to go up there. Can't just rope up there. No, alright. Oh. Clearly was not paying attention there. Was thinking I had to go up and hit something. I feel like that should do it, unless there was a third one.
That should do it.
Oh.
Well done, Mr. Barton.
Maybe. It's all for nothing unless someone gets the message.
What the hell just happened?
does everything hurt?
You had us worried.
Almost worth it to hear you admit you worry about anything. How long was I out?
Too long for comfort. Bruce spent a lot of time keeping you stable.
I love that nerd. You know, I had the weirdest dream.
Clint?
Katie, hey. Ow! I don't...
Hey, he's not fully back yet. Jesus.
For 1 minute and you decide to wake up?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, you should be.
You need anything else, Clint?
Yeah, someone find my pants. Something I gotta do.
Well, the dude grew out his hair. Alright, we'll end this part here then. That was sort of a long intro. And when we come back, we'll see what's next.